It's the end of an era. Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban, one of Hollywood's most admired power couples, are officially over after nearly 2 decades together. And while their split shocked fans around the world, the truth hiding behind closed doors is even more dramatic than anyone imagined. We're talking custody battles, shocking prenup clauses, and even a cocaine clause that just surfaced. Something so rare and specific, it almost sounds like a plot from a Hollywood movie. But this is no movie. This is real life. And tonight, we're breaking it all down for you. Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban were once the golden couple. She, the Oscar-winning actress with timeless beauty and elegance. And he, the country music superstar who overcame addiction and reinvented himself on the stage. For years, their love story looked like a fairy tale. A second chance at happiness for Nicole after her high-profile divorce from Tom Cruise. And redemption for Keith after years of personal struggles. But what seemed picture-perfect from the outside was in truth far more complicated behind the scenes. Let's rewind. Their marriage spanned 19 years. Nearly 2 decades of blending Hollywood with country, red carpets with world tours, glamorous premieres with private family life in Nashville. Together, they raised 2 daughters, Sunday Rose and Faith Margaret. They projected unity, love, and stability. But insiders are now revealing that trouble had been brewing for years. In fact, 38 days after a now infamous awkward public exchange between the two, Keith was already filing divorce paperwork. That moment wasn't just a small crack in their marriage, it was the visible sign of years of tension beneath the surface. And make no mistake, this divorce didn't happen overnight. Experts say it's been in the works for months, maybe even years. Unlike the drawn-out and explosive celebrity divorces we're used to seeing, this one was swift, calculated, and, dare I say, businesslike. One lawyer described it as what a $300 million divorce looks like when you do it right. And no messy alimony battles, no public screaming matches, no last-minute courtroom drama. Just a clean, efficient split, but don't mistake clean for simple. The details here are jaw-dropping. Nicole Kidman has been granted primary custody of their daughters. Under the agreement, the girls will spend 306 days a year with her and just 59 with Keith. That's a huge imbalance, one that speaks volumes about who the court, and perhaps Nicole herself, believed was best equipped to provide stability. And here's where things get even more shocking. Buried in their prenuptial agreement was a clause that has everyone talking, the infamous cocaine clause. According to reports, Nicole agreed to pay Keith $600,000 for every year of their marriage. But, and here's the twist, if Keith were to relapse into drinking or using drugs, he'd forfeit the payout entirely. But, and here's the twist, if Keith were to relapse into drinking or using drugs, he'd forfeit the payout entirely. That's not just unusual, it's almost unheard of in Hollywood prenups. And it reflects Nicole's deep fear of Keith's past struggles with addiction. Let's not forget, just 4 months into their marriage, Keith checked into rehab at the Betty Ford Center, admitting that his addictions nearly destroyed them before they even had a chance to begin. That experience left scars. For Nicole, it wasn't just about love, it was about survival. Protecting herself, protecting her children, and protecting her financial future. And while the lawyers may have tied things up neatly, the emotional fallout is another story. Their teenage daughter, Sunday Rose, just made her high-fashion debut on the Dior runway in Paris. A moment that should have been a family celebration. Instead, it happened under the heavy shadow of her parents' divorce. Meanwhile, Keith seems to be processing the breakup in the way he knows best, through music. Fans noticed that during a recent performance, he actually swapped out lyrics that were once dedicated to Nicole. Instead of singing "Baby, I'll Be the Fighter," the words he once linked directly to her, he changed it to "Maggie, I'll be your guitar player," a nod to his bandmate on stage. It's subtle, but the meaning is clear. The songs inspired by Nicole are being rewritten in real time. So, what does this divorce really mean? For Nicole, it's the closing of yet another chapter in a life filled with high-profile loves and heartbreaking endings. After Tom Cruise, she swore she'd never be caught off guard again. And true to her word, she handled this divorce with precision, ensuring that it was clean, controlled, and drama-free, at least on paper. For Keith, it's both a personal and professional reckoning. His image as a devoted husband has been shattered, and the custody arrangement suggests a painful truth, that Nicole may have been seen as the more stable parent. Insiders say Nicole leaned heavily on lessons from her past, particularly her grueling divorce from Cruz. She wasn't about to let history repeat itself. No long court fights, no public battles, just a swift end. But in being so efficient, she may have also revealed just how long she's been preparing for this moment. And as fans process this breakup, the comparisons to other high-profile splits are inevitable. Think Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, where custody became the central battlefield, or Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck, who managed to keep things civil despite addiction struggles. Nicole and Keith's split seems to borrow pieces from both, the cold, business-like efficiency of one and the protective, child-centered focus of the other. At the end of the day, this is more than just another Hollywood divorce. It's a reminder that even the most glamorous couples have cracks behind their perfect facades. It's a story of love, survival, addiction, and control. This divorce will go down as one of the most fascinating and calculated breakups in Hollywood history. And as Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban move forward separately, one thing is certain.
For full video, click related link below or like and subscribe this channel.